Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Rimworld. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato. This game, if you've never seen it, it's basically Prison Architect, but with a slightly more in-depth sort of people management system. And, oh yeah, also you're on, like, a super colony planet far away or whatever, and you need to build up your entire population. It's sort of like that. It's sort of really good. I sort of do love it. I did play it a while ago, but I'm certainly looking forward to giving it another shot. And yeah, fingers crossed, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so yeah, let's generate a new world because we need a world to place our colony down on. Okay, this world looks absolutely fine, like it's not that big a deal. And now we can go ahead and make a new colony, as they do indeed say. So, what do we want to go for? I think we're going to go for the base builder sort of thing. Because, in fairness, right, I'm not super great, but I want to build a fucking awesome base. You know what I mean? I really do enjoy building a freaking awesome base. So, where is our... Oh, this is our newest one. Okay, so as you can see, I did play it like a long time ago, but, you know, that is a long time ago. It's an entirely different world. Okay, where do we want to land? Because we can literally choose anywhere we want. Now, I feel that sort of going for somewhere that's got a little bit of a mountain in is kind of cool, but you know, not too much mountain, perhaps. I think something like this, perhaps, just in there. In fact, if we could get, what do we want to go for? I don't want to go for any desert. I mean, that's not something that I'm wanting to do. But, you know, you can play this game pretty much everywhere. I mean, look, you can play it in an icy sort of area, a mountainy, icy sort of area. You know, in water areas, should you feel the need to do that. You know, there's a whole lot of places that you can go, and it's going to be a different experience every time because the entire world is generated. So, I feel that going for there is quite nice. You know what? Let's go for somewhere like that. Okay, we're going to randomize everybody's names and stats because we want to make sure that we've got people that are actually good at doing stuff. Got somebody that's good at crafting, got somebody that's good at construction, or the same person is good at construction. You know what? We're going to call you Orbital Potato, right? I know, crappy name, right? But, and then you just have, okay, good. That's, why? There we go. Potato, engineer. Happy days. You're going to be Mr. Potato. Ben Spice Miner. Wow, you cannot change a name like that. That is quite impressive. Why has it got two N's? It's a little bit ridiculous. Anyway, Ben Spice Miner. This guy is going to be our mining dude, which is really awesome. And, you know, we need to make sure that we select abilities that complement other abilities on the team. So research and crafting and construction, Potato is really good at. And Ben Tanem, who is a spice miner, you know, fantastic, great, happy fucking days. And the herbalist, what do we want to do with the herbalist? You know what, you're pretty good at all of the other stuff that we're not. What I mean to say is that you complement our team quite well. Gerald Gutierrez. I'm not entirely sure, I'll be honest with you. But there we go. Let's generate the map up and see what we've got in store. Okay, the 3 years of you awake in your cryo-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Boom, boom, boom. There are the escape pods. You can assign a tame animal to be trained in specific skills in the training tab. Animals can't be trained continuously. They need time between training sessions. Cool. Okay, so since the last time I played, this game has been updated a fair amount indeed, and it's awesome to see that because I really, you know, I do have a soft spot for this game. What is that? That's an animal. Holy shit! Wow. So looks like they've updated quite a few new animals and whatnot. But yeah, we're gonna be going for some sort of a massive base, I would imagine. Now, there is some sort of an area down here. It's already pre-made. We don't want to go anywhere near that. You know, I've had bad experiences with those sort of places last time. But anyway, what do we sort of want to get set up? Well, first of all, we're going to need somebody that's good at taking trees down. Who's good at taking trees down? What would cutting trees be under? Maybe mining, I guess, but not really. And, you know, it's also important to note that we can actually assign what each specific person does. Now, okay, this is all been updated. See, look, work. Here we go. Look, so we can assign what each person does. So that's kind of cool. And then we can go to the architect, and this is where we do most of our work from. So order. Let's get some plants down. Let's cut the plants. In fact, you know what? No, we don't need to cut the plants. That's not what we need. We need the cutting the trees, chopping wood. Let's chop some wood. Whoever is going to be our chopping wood dude can get to that right now. And let's also mine a little bit of this iron up as well. You know, give everybody something to do. So Potato, you're our construction maestro, if I'm not mistaken. You are indeed our construction maestro. So let's give you something to do. Okay. I feel that this area, right, is quite a nice area for us to make our base in. We want to sort of exploit the fact that we've got a mountain here, but at the same time, you know, I think we need at least an outpost in the outside world, but that's okay. Let's go into structures, and we want to select wood. That's great, and let's create a little wooden base right here. Okay. Something like that. So this can be sort of our outstanding area. And what I mean by outstanding area, I don't mean like, oh, it's excellent. No, I mean the fact that it's going to be a little bit more out with the mountain in comparison to not being out with the mountain, if that makes sense. So let's just set all of these on wood. Now I think we're probably going to have an auto door, because why not? But for now, we will just have a normal door, because normal doors don't need power. I can't be bothered dealing with power right now. Okay, so you are still chopping down all the wood. Great to see. We could do something with this little room over there, but I think if we just get a wooden little structure set up, then that's fantastic. Now, the bad thing about wooden structures is that they have a real tendency to catch fire from time to time, so not super thrilled about the fact that we could be potentially dealing with fires. Wow, it's crazy to see how much faster Potato actually builds in comparison to Thingy. You can inspect impressiveness, wealth, and beauty of individual rooms by using the room stats toggle in the bottom right. So that is, which one is it? Toggle room stats. There we go. Well, we don't have any rooms yet, apparently. So, yeah, cool, great, happy freaking days. So I've never really. Oh wow, badger. So we actually have this animal. Oh, that's kind of cool. He lives in this sort of area. That's really cool. Like I've never played in the most updated version. I think it's really very cool to see all of this new stuff. We haven't obviously done any research yet, so we will be moving on to that in good time. Give us some time. It's okay. There's no rush. There's no absolute rush to get that sorted out. But yeah, we basically need to make some beds. Like this is sort of a little, I want to say semi-list, because it's not, you know, the be all and end all of the situation, but it gives us sort of a rough idea of what we need to do. So let's mine up all of this stuff. Let's just get it all up, if that's possible. We don't really want anything in our room, and also we are going to, where on earth is it? Structure, wooden wall. Let's get a wooden wall across here as well. Now this is going to be a temporary structure. It's not going to be forever. Don't worry about it. It's not going to be forever. We're just gonna make sure that we get some beds. So let's go to furniture. And what do we need? A steel bed or a wooden bed? Not entirely sure, if I'm honest. Probably just some wooden beds. I don't think we really need anything that's super crazy, amazing, awesome sort of thing. But there we go. Let's place down those three beds. Now, obviously, colonists are going to get grumpy at me because, quite frankly, you know, giving them all the same room is not maybe the nicest thing in the world, but hey ho. There we go. We'll select all of those things to be picked up. There we go. And any more resources, fantastic. Now, let's give them some orders. No, that's not the right word. But we will actually need to select a stockpile. Now, a stockpile is basically just an area where we keep all of the shit. You know, fairly simplistic. It's just the way it is. You're just wandering, Gutierrez. Well, it would be nice if you didn't wander. We could slaughter the dog. Holy shit! And we can also train him. Wow. Okay. This is really, really cool. I've never really had had this experience with the animals. I mean, this is a very, very new thing, without a doubt. Very, very new indeed. Who's our hauler at the moment? That's a good question. Who's our hauler? Who is going to be moving all of the shit, should I say? I'll manual prioritize it. Nobody's very. I don't think anybody's very good at hauling. In fairness. Yeah. Yeah, no, I guess it doesn't really make that much of a difference at this exact moment in time. Now, those manual priorities, while seemingly useless at the moment, will become hugely, hugely necessary later on. They will become very, very essential. So, not gonna have a bed. That's annoying. Not great, but hey ho. So basically, what we can do is we can have a little look and see, hey, this is what they need. This is why they're happy. This is why they're unhappy. I love how they've got this new colony optimism. You know, the fact that you're sleeping outside, slept on the ground, -5, slept outside, another -5, feeling bad, -5, lacks a bionic body part. Well, that's kind of freaky, I guess. Or maybe if it's your thing, you know, maybe that is your thing. Had social chat. I'm good. I'm glad you had that social chat. Indeed, I am. But yeah. Not super thrilled about the fact that we've sort of started the series off with a colonist sleeping outside. Not over the moon with that, to be quite honest. But anyway, it's 4 a.m. It's 5 a.m. 5 a.m. and boom, we're up. We're up and we're doing stuff. What are you doing? You're cloud watching. Get away. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I wish we didn't. I wish we weren't cloud watching. I wish that was not a thing. Let's make some more structures. Let's keep on going with this whole construction thing, and we'll actually make some bedrooms for our darling colonists. There we go. Wooden door in there, and we'll make another one up there, and then we'll probably make another one round about there. It's just so that if they've got their own rooms, then it means that they're a little bit happier. But you know, hey ho, that's how it works. Also, we're gonna need to make sure that we get some food set up. Food is in, where is it? Where on earth is it? Not the comms console, the multi-analyzer. Wow, I've never seen that before. That's pretty darn cool. Where is the food? Production? Nutrient paste dispenser. This is exactly what we want. So basically, what this does is it synthesizes nutrient paste from organic feedstocks. So it's pretty darn cool. It's pretty darn cool. Something else that we're going to have to make sure that we set up, we're going to need to make sure that we set up a farming area. So, for example, let's designate this area as a growing area. I mean, why not? And basically, if we get a... Let's uninstall this bed, please. And if we get a big paste dispenser, okay, and I want to install it over there. Fantastic. Yeah. So basically, when we harvest the potatoes, quite apt, I think, for our current situation, because my name's Orbital Potato. Yeah. That's why. Yeah. So basically, when the potatoes are harvested, if we put them through the nutrient paste dispenser, then they will last a lot longer because it'll consume less of the raw materials that we're putting in. So it'll consume less potatoes and give us nutrient paste, which, in fairness, is pretty atrocious, right? Nobody wants to be eating nutrient paste for any longer than they absolutely have to. But at the same time, you know, gotta do what you gotta do, don't you? You gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, I'm quite happy with how things are going. Obviously, we're still missing a couple of resources from over here. So there we go. Let's designate that. Let's say that can be picked up. Everything can be picked up. We basically want to stockpile pretty much everything that we've got lying around, just so that we've got a little bit closer access to it in case we need it in a pickle. So is anybody actually good at fighting? Oh, we've also got a knife. Who's good at melee stuff? Who's good at melee stuff? You're a 9. That's not bad. You're a 6, again, not bad. You're an 11. Alright, well, who's good at shooting? You're a 5 at shooting, and you're a 5 at shooting as well. You're a little bit passionate about shooting. You're a strong amateur. You're a little bit interested in it. Well, you know what? I think that we can equip the survival rifle for you. You can be our pistol holder, and you can be our... There we go. You can, you know, we'll just make sure that everybody's got a weapon to defend themselves. They're having a little bit of lunch on the packaged survival meals, which is fantastic because, you know, they need to eat. Colonists need to eat. Colonists gotta eat. And, yeah, I think that's kind of cool. I also think it's really, really cool that we can do this shit with the dogs. Like, that's awesome. The animal can haul items. Holy cow. This is amazing. Who's going to be the master? That's my question. Who's going to be the dog's master? I don't know how this works. Like, I genuinely have no idea how it works. And I'm really, really excited to see how it does work. So, before we go any further, let us put down a wooden door here. Right, just in there. Perfect. And that'll basically mean that we've got access to this entire mountain, which we can mine out over the course of fairly long period of time. In fairness, it's not gonna be a job that just sort of happens, but we are gonna do it. Now, let's cancel this area, and let's build something like that. I want it to be roughly symmetrical, but I'm not really one of those people that's super concerned about symmetry. You know, it's nice if we can get it, but it's not a major issue if we can't. So, hey-ho. But it's good to see that we're actually getting these food sources, you know, sort of set up. These plants planted, food sources set up. What the hell am I talking about? You know, it's good to see that we're getting the plants planted. It's good to see that we're hauling all of the resources to the appropriate location. It's very, very nice indeed. We've got 2 different bedrooms for people. Looks like we're feeding the dog. And this looks like training. Holy cow. So is training Badger. Holy cow, this is amazing. Obedience 65% chance. 1 out of 1. Holy cow. I cannot believe it. This guy is the best darn dude in the entire world. So I think Gutierrez is the perfect person. Because, you know, she's good with animals. And she's tippity-top with animals, in fairness to her. She's really tippity-top. Unless anybody else is better. Nah, you're pretty shit potato. Yeah, what about you? No, you're terrible. So Gutierrez is going to indeed be Badger's master, which is really freaking awesome. Now, if we can teach Badger to do like a whole bunch of stuff, you know, for example, you know, like hauling and rescuing. That's the word that I was looking for. What about releasing? The animal can be released to attack distant targets instead of just defending the master. I'm not too concerned about release. I'm more concerned about hauling. Like that seems super useful. And that seems like something that I would definitely want to invest in. Ben, what are you doing? You need to get some sleep, buddy. You need to get some sleep. Okay, is everybody pretty content? Everybody seems pretty content, and in fairness, you know, it's not a bad little gig that we've got going over here. It's pretty darned awesome, if I do say so myself. We've got this entire mountain to expand into, you know, and I'm really looking forward to going through this series with you guys. I think it's gonna be awesome. I really do. And we've got a geyser right here, or a geyser, whatever. And you know that means that we're going to have access to a little bit of power. Obviously, we're going to have solar panels set up and running as well. But you know what's fantastic is the fact that we've got access to this entire mountain, and there looks like there's a lot of compacted steel around here. And compacted steel means that we can build stuff, and building stuff means progress. That's right, ladies and gents, progress. It's not a word that you hear me say often, but indeed, it will be happening. So for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Potato. This has been Rimworld, and until next time, bye.